Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today, man, we're going to be talking about Battlefield 2042, which actually has turned out to be my most controversial, I guess, video topic in recent memory. Apparently, I was so harsh and so critical of the DICE developers and the people associated with Battlefield 2042 that my recent video talking about it was age-restricted by YouTube and then was confirmed after I appealed. They have yet to tell me what exactly I did that was so bad that this deserved to happen, but I can only assume it's because I was swearing too much in that video and I was being a little harsh, a little critical, right? Because God forbid you be critical of developers that lied to their entire community, ripped them off, gave them a garbage product, potentially killed one of my favorite franchises of all time, and I'm sure if you're a Battlefield fan too, it's one of your favorite franchises of all time. It's an absolute shit show, what we've seen with Battlefield 2042. There's no way around it. I mean, it's absolutely gotta be one of the worst video game releases I have ever personally seen. I was a day one player of No Man's Sky. I stood in line at midnight release with school the next day, waiting for No Man's Sky to come out, and even I can say, as someone who went through that Battlefield 2042's launch and the few months that we've seen after this game has come out is absolutely one of the worst, most bullshit launches for a video game that I have ever seen, okay? And we've seen, the reaction, right? From EA, from DICE, from the community. Everyone kind of has their cards on the table at this point, right? But to me, it's pretty apparent that EA and DICE have given up on Battlefield 2042. Even if they say that they're dedicated to fixing the problems with the game, even if they say they're dedicated to continuing to support Battlefield 2042, instead of pivoting back to Star Wars Battlefront 3, which was the game that they were actually supposed to be working on before, but completely scrapped in order to release whatever Battlefield 2042 is supposed to be. Even with all of that, right, with the supposed plans they have to revive this game, it's pretty clear to me that EA and DICE really have given up on this game. And in my opinion, they gave up on this game before it even came out, right? They gave up a long time before this game came out. I mean, we're talking about a first-person shooter in 2022 that literally didn't even have a scoreboard feature. Didn't even have a feature that Call of Duty, right, has had since I was in pretty much like first or second grade. A standard feature for multiplayer FPS games is now delayed all the way through March. You want to see your KD or how many kills and deaths you and all your teammates have, right? Check up on the stats of the game while you're playing, right? No, you're actually going to have to wait half a year after the game comes out before you want that one, fellas. So today, we're going to shred Battlefield 2042 all over again, because this is what deserves to happen. A lot of content creators have pretty much just gone silent on Battlefield 2042. This has been considered a problem by the community. People who are in the Battlefield community are so displeased with this game that they've just completely moved on, man. Like, they're not even focused on trying to see the survival of this game or whatever EA and DICE have planned for it, because I'm sure they, as well as all of us, have realized that this game is a complete dumpster fire, and pretty much the only way they could revive it is if they didn't release Battlefield for another like 8 years and spent like the next 3 to 4 years actually developing this game again to re-release it or something. And even then, that's not going to get me back on board. That's not going to get me and a lot of other players back on board, because that's ridiculous and I'm not sitting through that. But so we're going to go through, I guess, like a list of things that have been reported in the industry and everything surrounding this game over the last few weeks, and just kind of compile it all together and just really highlight the failure of Battlefield 2042. So recently there's been a lot of chatter about like the player base, right? Who's staying to Battlefield 2042, and the truth is not that many people. In fact, players who have been playing over the last few weeks have been reporting that matchmaking for online lobbies and things like that basically doesn't even actually put them in lobbies with real players, or if it does, it's very scarce amounts of them. In fact, the majority of matchmaking happening at this point is basically playing against bots, which obviously in a multiplayer shooter that came out literally a few months ago, that's not good, okay? That's not something people want to play with. I mean, if you load up like I guess a first-person shooter from 2002 and the majority of the lobbies are bots, that's only to be expected, really. You can't really complain about that unless the game were to have some sort of like dramatic re-rise to popularity or something. But Battlefield 2042 came out like 90 days ago. You know, it didn't come out within like our lifetimes. It just simply came out a few months ago. It wasn't like this game came out when I was in 2nd grade and I was just revisiting it. So there's no excuse for this, okay? And I think the reasons why this is happening are more than apparent, right? The game sucks. It disappointed virtually everyone who bought it. And I mean, even when you look at the Steam reviews right now for this game, only 30% of the all-time reviews are positive. And when you look at the recent reviews for the game, so like, I don't know, the last month or something like that, it's 15% positive, meaning that pretty much 85% of the people reviewing this game on Steam are giving it such an overwhelmingly negative, I guess, review and I guess reputation even, that this game, it's dead. I mean, let's be honest, when you search for Battlefield on Steam, at least when I did, 2 other Battlefield games pop up before it because those are the games people are playing in this franchise now. In fact, it's gotten so bad that Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 5 now have higher concurrent player counts pretty much most, if not all of the time. And if you remember, Battlefield 4 came out almost a full decade ago. I'm pretty sure it literally launched alongside Call of Duty Ghosts in 2013. I remember getting that game for the first time when it came out on PlayStation 3. We are now 2 years into PlayStation 5, okay? And it has more concurrent players on Steam on modern devices than the new Battlefield that came out a few months ago. That is absolutely pitiful, okay? There's no excuse for that. Battlefield 4, personally, one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time. I love that game. I will probably play it until the servers completely collapse. But this is still insane regardless. You know, that should not be the case. And even for Battlefield 5, which also came out years ago, it should also not have higher player counts. You have to think about this logically, right? Okay, can you imagine if, like, I don't know, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 had more concurrent players than Call of Duty Vanguard? And not only that, you know, also Call of Duty Black Ops 2, if it had more concurrent players than Call of Duty Vanguard. We would be literally fucking putting the nails in the coffin for the Call of Duty franchise if that was the case, but it's not, okay? I'm not sitting here to defend Call of Duty Vanguard. It's a very mediocre at best video game too, but it's kind of insane to think that even Call of Duty at its lowest, right, has somehow managed to be better than Battlefield now. And it's so bad that even EA itself is commenting on how disappointed they are with the performance of Battlefield 2042, the critical reception, and the current player counts and probably profits also coming in off of it. During their earnings investor calls, they straight up just called the game disappointing, basically, saying that it did not meet any of their expectations, which obviously, for a company like that, not a very good sign. So now we're getting to that point where DICE and EA kind of have to react, right? Like their backs are against the wall. This game is dying quicker than you can fucking say Battlefield 2042. So what can you do, right? What do you do? There's got to be something you can do to revive this game. You know, do you actually fucking tell DICE to get it together and put together a game that actually works and is functional and fun at release? No, you don't do that. Why would you do that, right? Do you cut your losses and move back to Battlefront 3, which is the Star Wars game that so many people were excited for and a lot of people, including myself, were looking forward to, that's basically now like DOA, well, actually not even dead on arrival, because there is no plotted arrival for it, it seems. So what do you do, right? What's the answer to the question here? Well, according to EA and a lot of rumors in the industry right now, they're looking at making either certain elements of Battlefield 2042 or just outright the entire game that we've seen free to play. Personally, I do not think this is the answer, and I think that this is going to piss off a lot more people than they're ready to admit. We bought this game for anywhere from like 60 to 120 bucks or whatever, depending on the edition that you bought and, you know, what device you bought it for and stuff like that, right? And within, 4 months now, we're talking about making this game free to play? You know, because they messed up, they provided a dog shit product and upset everybody and ruined the player counts. So now players have to eat a $60 purchase because EA couldn't get it the fuck together with DICE. That's gonna upset a lot of people, and personally, I'm not too happy about that idea either, and I don't even see that working in the first place. Yeah, free to play, the whole point behind it, right? You're literally just opening the game up to as many people who are able to get to it as possible. You know, it worked for games like Fortnite and Call of Duty's Warzone and stuff like that. The difference is those games are actually semi-enjoyable. They actually have features that people want, and they, you know, have gameplay cycles and a developed product that people want to come back to. It's not just a complete piece of shit that it lives up to no expectations of absolutely anyone. I mean, let's be honest, even if you've never played Battlefield 2042, if the game came out free to play in its current state, you wouldn't even want to play it in the first place. You know, just because it's free doesn't make it good. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. You know, maybe they do get an initial surge in popularity and, you know, the player counts go up over the next few months. But eventually, man, if this is still the way the game's gonna be, and they're gonna be delaying basic features like having a fucking functioning scoreboard until months after the game came out, what does that really do? You know, what's still keeping people onto the game after they download it? You know, yeah, it's free to play, you download it. What keeps you involved? What keeps you playing? From what I've seen from my time with the game, absolutely nothing. I kind of enjoyed Battlefield Portal, but to be honest with you, it wasn't as developed and cool as they made it out to be, right? I thought it was going to be so much better than what it was, and for what it was fun for a few hours, but even that being the only thing about the game that I genuinely had really any fun with, I don't really see how that's even going to be enough, even free to play, to keep people involved. This game is just dead in the water, right? Like, I don't see a way for this game to continue forward. Like, if there isn't an update tomorrow that completely rebuilds the game and it's free to play, it's over with. As time goes on, people are just going to keep on, I guess, getting further away from the game. People are going to be more and more distanced away from this product. And to be honest with you, why would I play a free-to-play Battlefield 2042 that's complete garbage and isn't fun, is broken, has a bunch of glitches, and is just not a very good Battlefield game from the jump with the core mechanics that it does have, when you can go buy Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 5 for a crazy discounted price? I'm pretty sure you can literally get Battlefield 5 for like 12 bucks on Steam right now. I can only imagine if you used like G2A or whatnot, what prices you could get with Battlefield 4. You could literally probably get a PC key for that game for like $3. And at this point, you know, those are actually good games with dedicated player bases. You don't have to worry about bots and all this other stuff, right? At least for the most part. Why not go play a better game for just a little bit more? That's my mentality behind it, but if that hasn't been enough to highlight how much of a complete fucking flop Battlefield 2042 has actually been, consider the fact that a free-to-play early access Roblox-esque parody/ripoff of the game actually has more concurrent players on Steam than Battlefield 2042. That is not a joke. A game by the name of BattleBit Remastered, which right there from the title you can tell what it's kind of symbolizing, is actually getting more concurrent players than Battlefield 2042 as of mid-January on Steam, meaning that more people are playing basically a free-to-play Roblox early access mockery of Battlefield on Steam than they actually are of the AAA title that is published by Electronic Arts. If that doesn't signal that this game is completely fucked, I don't know what does. Once again, to make a reference here, that'd be like Call of Duty on Steam having less concurrent players on Vanguard than, you know, some Roblox free-to-play shit game that someone put out like to kind of parody it, called like Call of Booby, right? It's not a good sign. This game really doesn't have anywhere to go, in my opinion. Free to play all you want, it's not gonna fucking fix the problem. This is what you get for inherently putting out a shitty product, okay? You put out a garbage product, you basically misled the community. I mean, if you saw these trailers and you saw the reveals and the streams, this looked like such a good Battlefield game. I was so excited for it. So many other people were excited for it. It had all of the potential in the world from what we saw. And that was thrown away. It was completely fucking floundered. All for what? So EA could meet the profits they needed to impress some fucking investors next quarter instead of delaying the game and making it the game it deserved to be? EA has already proven that they don't care about pretty much any of the games or franchises that they have hold over. If you've been like a lifetime Madden fan or anything like that, you know the lengths that they've gone to destroy some of their greatest gaming franchises. But I never saw this coming for Battlefield 2042. And I guess realistically, the last thing to talk about with all of this is the new petition. So a petition has been going around online from people in the Battlefield 2042 community who felt wronged by this game, who felt like they were ripped off and cheated. And this petition basically is demanding that EA gives everyone who wants one a refund for the entire product, right? So if you bought Battlefield 2042 or pre-ordered it or whatever, they're basically, at this point, they want refunds, man, because the future of this game is absolutely pitiful. You know, there's nothing to look forward to. The product that we have is horrible. I mean, I won't even say mediocre. It's horrible. It's a disgrace to the franchise, okay? And frankly, these people want out. These people want their fucking money back. And can I blame them? Can I actually say that they're wrong? Absolutely not. I'm in full support. EA, refund me too. I don't want this shit. I don't want this game, okay? If you even want to call it a game, I don't want it. Take it back. I don't give a fuck. I want my money back. So I'm looking at this change.org petition right now, and as of me recording this, it is about to cross 33,000 signatures as I'm actually recording this line right now. It's at 32,984. Actually, I'm sorry, it's now at 32,985. There's someone signing it like every 5 seconds. They claim that EA committed false advertising and basically misled the community with this product. It's about to hit 35,000 signatures within the next couple hours, I would say, maybe even before this video comes out. I am going to go ahead and link this petition down below because I believe in this. I believe in this petition, and I think that this should happen. There should be refunds for this product. I mean, this is terrible. This petition goes out to Sony, EA, Xbox, Microsoft, Steam, whoever, right? It hit like 25,000, I think, this morning, so that really kind of shows you the pace in which it's actually getting support from people. And I'm assuming with all of the press coverage that this petition is now getting, and now with videos like this coming out kind of shouting it out, it's probably only going to grow, hopefully, more support until we officially get some sort of, I guess, response from EA and the people who could, I guess, give this refund out. If you bought Battlefield 2042 and you think that you were wronged, and you want your money back, go sign the petition. If you didn't even buy Battlefield 2042 and you still think that this game was a ripoff, go sign the petition. I think until consumers start standing up against shit like this in the gaming industry, we're only going to keep seeing these disappointing gaming reveals, right? Like your Cyberpunks, your No Man's Skies, your Battlefield 2042s. We're only going to continue to see these kinds of problems happening until the gaming community actually makes a stand and shows them, hey, we are not going to stand for these dog shit products anymore. If you have no interest in providing what you say you're going to provide, then we're going to fuck you up, right? We're going to fuck you up financially. We're not going to buy your game. We're going to get refunds. We're going to drag your products through the fucking mud, through social media and through the reporting of these gaming outlets and whatnot, and get it lambasted critically and whatnot. And until it starts hurting their bottom lines like this, we're really not going to see anything get better, I think. We're going to continue to see Battlefield 2042s get released every year by all these different studios. Seems like every year now there's a massive disappointment in the gaming industry in some way, shape, or form. Battlefield 2042 was one of the big ones of 2021, and hopefully we see something change with this, man. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, saying fuck Battlefield 2042 and signing out.